That guy's going somewhere. Let's see where he's going. Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. So, today, we're going to have a little bit of a talking head type of a video. We're going to go for a drive. We're probably going to head over to Texas Motor Speedway because I wanted to talk about my thoughts and perspective on the current situation in regards to all the rules and regulations when it comes to the automotive industry, and then what it means now with the new incoming Trump administration, how that can, in my opinion, positively change the outlook and the current regulations and the changes that could possibly happen with him being president for the next 4 years. Also, secondly, before anyone gets their panties in a twist, this is not a political channel. I don't talk politics. Joking here and there about certain things is one thing, but this is not a political channel. The reason why it's a topic on my video is because it is related to car enthusiasts and the rules and regulations with EVs and all that stuff currently, and how it can positively, as I said, change things going forward with Trump now being in office and what he has vowed to change. So we're not going to comment back and forth politics. You like Trump, you hate Trump. I'm not going forward with that. I'm just doing this because it is related to the car industry. But let's get a warm start. Fuck. I left my keys in the house, so let's try that again. These might help. Can't really get too far without that. There we go. Alright, so if you guys are new here and this is your first time watching my channel, I would ask that you would consider hitting subscribe. It's free. It costs you absolutely $0. You just hit the simple subscribe button and the notification button also as well, so then you would get a notification every time I post and upload a video. I would greatly appreciate that. If you didn't catch my last video, we were here about 5 days ago for the Elmar meet. Went in right through there. Long ass line of Mustangs all the way through here. So after you're done watching this video, go back and watch my previous video from the Elmar meet here at Texas Motor Speedway. There was over 2,000 cars there. About 98% of them were Mustangs, and then 4 Lightnings and Broncos, but it was their 25th anniversary show, hosted by Elmar, absolutely free. We could go on the road course, the NASCAR track, which I didn't have the chance to go on this year because the line was so freaking long. I didn't want to sit in line for an hour and a half. But yep, go check it out if you could. I'd appreciate that. If you watch it after you're done watching this video right here. Okay, so before we jump into my opinions about what I think might happen within the next 4 years, let's talk about, under this current Biden administration, what their plans are or have been and what their plans moving forward were going to be. So I did write a few things down here. So under the current administration, like I said, this is all facts. Everyone can look this stuff up. This isn't just my opinion. So 67% of new light-duty vehicles and 46% of medium-duty vehicles sold by the year 2032 need to be absolute zero emissions. So that's within the next 8 years. Almost like over 50%, like almost 3/4 of light-duty, and then almost 50% of a medium-duty, zero emissions at all, completely whatsoever. And then California, by the year 2035, so within 10 years, they wanted zero gas-powered vehicles sold in, I believe it was the state of California, altogether whatsoever. So within the next 10 years, they wanted a hardcore push of not having any gas-powered new vehicles sold at a lot at all whatsoever. That was, I believe, starting in California, and obviously if it starts in California, it would trickle out to every other state and probably be just about almost everywhere. So think about that. Within the next 10 years, they want to ban all gas-powered vehicles sold. So everything will be an EV push, brand new on a lot. And the current US market, that just isn't, people just aren't that enthused about that much of a hardcore push on electric cars. And essentially, yeah, it's just being forced upon them, being shoved down their throat, and they just don't have a choice. Okay, also, so under the upcoming Trump administration, he vows to roll back all the EV current regulations that are in effect now and what they plan to do moving forward. So, what does that mean for car enthusiasts like myself and you guys here that are watching? Well, take the new 2024 Mustang, for example. At least we still have a V8. At least we still have a version of a Mustang. It's a Coyote. It's a great platform, but they're untunable. Obviously, as we all know, those ECUs are locked. We still don't know when they're going to be unlocked. Everyone's saying it's going to be happening soon, but I do think now with Trump coming in office that we might get those unlocked a lot sooner rather than later, because of the fact he's going to essentially get rid of all these current mandates that are being forced upon all these car companies like Ford, Dodge, and all these others. That also means a change in all these companies that are getting incentives for trying to push EVs. So all these companies like Tesla and all these other companies that are producing, like, obviously Ford, all those incentives from everything that has been spoken about are going to go away. So yeah, that may hurt some electric car companies because they are getting a lot of money to push that and incentivize that. So I believe all of that stuff is going to go away. So what does this mean going forward with other car companies like Dodge and Chevy? Because obviously the Camaro, gone. Challenger, Charger, gone. Well, they have the electric crap, but it doesn't count. It's electric. So what does that mean for those cars going forward? Could we see a rebirth of those cars? Trump's only got 4 years. So to bring certain models and certain cars and types of engines like the Hellcat, the GT500, that takes years and years of planning. So you can't just say, oh, I'm going to go create a Camaro, a Challenger, Charger, the Hellcat, and have that come back on the market within the next 4 years. Could it happen? Possibly. But if it did, it'll probably be towards the end of his administration, because he only has 4 years, and depending on who is in office after him, all that push to try to bring back the Camaro, the Charger, the Challenger, the Hellcat, the GT500, all those, if someone like Biden gets in office after Trump again, everything that he's tried to push to bring back all of that and rolling back all those incentives, all that could be just thrown back out again. So it'd be a toss back, going back and forth. So could they bring that stuff back? Yes. But to do all that and get it done within 4 years, who knows? That could be, it's a lot to get done, but I think the push to get and bring those vehicles back is very possible. It's a step in the right direction, but it all depends on how things go in the next 4 years, and also who is in office after Trump also as well. But with the current S650, obviously this is S550, but generally same platform. We'll just use mine as an example. The upcoming years, maybe the 25s, maybe not the 25s because those about to come out here relatively soon, but the 26 model year, 27, so on and so forth, maybe those ECUs might not come locked from the factory. Or if they are, the ability to unlock them is going to be a lot easier because we're not going to have all that regulations and all that kind of stuff to prevent us from unlocking the ECUs, and then only have certain companies like the Pro Charger, a Whipple, only specific companies that you could buy boosts for, and to have just only a few options in regards to that. So we could have an S650 you could throw a tune on, you could have an 85 tune, you could essentially have what you have now on the S550 platform going forward on the S650 platform, with having to not stress about when is it going to be unlocked, because I think it's going to happen a lot sooner now with him being in office. And hopefully, as I said, the upcoming vehicles, 26, 27 model year, they might not be locked from the factory. But obviously, these are just my thoughts, my hopeful thoughts and perspective on what I think honestly could and very well might happen with him in office. So it's really hard to say until the next year or so with him being in office and how things gradually change in the favor of the automotive enthusiasts in the car industry. But hard to say. But that's my thoughts on that one. But I'm pretty optimistic about the potential changes that we could see in the next few years. I think it's a good thing. I think it's, in regards to the automotive car enthusiast, there's a lot to potentially look forward to with him in office. And these regulations and all this other kind of stuff, I think we're going to see a lot more laxed version of that. Now, car companies are still going to make EVs and all this other kind of stuff. It's not going away. He's never wanting it to go away. It's just the hard push to essentially force it on all of us, where we don't have the option, that is going to go away. So obviously we're still going to have them, but to have that be your only option, you can't have gas-powered vehicles by the year 2035, that is going away. And whether you like it or hate it, the Mach-E, I refuse to call it a Mustang because it's not, it's just a Mach-E. The Mach-E is the reason why we have the GT, especially why we have the GT500. Because with that being like an EV, your vehicle platform has to have an overall average of a mile per gallon. Now, I'm not speaking in technical terms because I don't know all the jargon and all the technical tidbits of all of it, but because of the Mach-E, that equates somewhere around 100 miles per gallon because it is electric. So because of that, we are able to have, or had, the GT500. And why other companies like Chevy and Dodge, they couldn't no longer produce the Hellcat and the ZL1 and stuff like that and mass produce those. At least that's how I understood it. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but that's how I understood all that. So the Mach-E is why we still have those cars, and why the Mustang is still being produced to this day, and the Camaro and all the Dodges currently are not. You see, he wants an electric vehicle because you can't do shit like that. I mean, you can, but it's gonna sound like it's not the same. I understand, like, EVs, electric vehicles, they're faster, but okay, cool, it's faster. You know, it's faster to cook a steak in the microwave than it is to cook it on a grill, but it's not going to be better. You can cook it a lot faster. That guy's going somewhere. Let's see where he's going. Where are you going? Let's see where this guy's going real fast. There's too much traffic to do anything, but we'll just see where he's going. That's nice, dude.
Yeah, yours is nice too, man.
So is that SS or what is that?
It's an SS.
I saw you flying by, man. I'm like, oh shoot. So what's your name?
Marco.
Nice to meet you. I'm Aaron.
Aaron, nice to meet you, Aaron.
So it's SS, obviously?
Yeah, it's an SS.
So is it all stock or what's it done to it?
It's all stock. I mean, right now I'm trying to look. I'm trying to get a tune and headers and.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to run right now.
Is it a 10-speed?
Yeah, it's 10-speed.
I could tell when you flew by, man. So is that the stock bumper or is that the ZL1 front bumper? I was gonna say because as you flew by me, I was like, oh, it's a ZL1, but I didn't hear a blower, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's an SS, but it's got the ZL1 front end on it. That looks super clean. I love it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So, all right, it's Marco. You said right?
Yeah, Marco.
So we're just talking. If you're not subscribed, as I said, make sure you hit subscribe. The next video we drop, we're doing Mustang versus Camaro. I know you guys, I've had some people asking me doing like a Mustang versus Camaro in Mexico. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe because that'll be our next video coming up. Is this guy and the 5.0. And maybe Henry. We'll see. But make sure you hit subscribe. Alright, so that was awesome. That's the fun thing about trying to like make a video and making content is sometimes some unexpected stuff like that happens. So him and I just got done chatting. So next video, which we're gonna do it tomorrow, but next video we do, we're gonna go across the border down to good old Tijuana and make a few hits. So Mustang versus Camaro. I've never raced a Camaro. As cheesy and as stupid as that sounds, I've never raced a Camaro of any kind, as far as I can remember, even in the GE500. Never raced one. So this will be first for me. I know a lot of you guys have been asking to see that also as well, so looking forward to it. But in regards to today's video and everything changing with Trump coming in office here in the next couple of months, let me know if you agree or disagree, like or dislike. Again, it's not about if you hate Trump or you like Trump. Honestly, I don't care. It's not about that. It's about what his administration can do for the automotive industry and car enthusiasts. So on that note, you gotta got a green light. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, drop a like and a comment. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Bye.